Hi Kinder Pups, happy Tuesday. Okay, so before we get started for math today, I wanted to show your sub what you guys will be doing when you're done with me. So, somewhere on my desk, there is something called a sprint. Boys and girls, you know what this is. Look at it. You've done this before. So what you're going to do with your sprint when we're done with our video is you're going to pass it out and you are going to turn it upside down and the sub is going to say 1, 2, 3 and you're going to flip it over and you're going to finish it as fast as you can. And the sub is going to time you and see how fast you can do it. Now you've done this a couple times already, so the goal is to beat your time from before. So who thinks they can beat themselves? Raise your hand if you think you can beat your own time. Yeah, I know you can. Okay. And then for today, while you're with me, you might have to pause me for a second. Do you remember last week how you had all these shapes? They looked like this. If you still have these shapes, I want you to get them right now. So you'll just have to tell the sub if she needs to pause or not. I don't know if you guys threw this away after I had to go because of COVID last week. So you tell me, or you tell her, do you have these shapes? If you don't, you're going to be drawing. If you do, go get them. Okay. All right. Are you ready to start our wonderful lesson? Your sub is going to be giving you a little test today. It's called the CFAG, Miss Sub. It is with the math materials for today. It is with the lesson 25 math materials. Boys and girls, today our I can statement is I can match and count to compare numbers of objects and state which quantity is more. So really what that means is we're going to be matching numbers and saying which one is more. We can handle that, right? Yeah, we're math geniuses. Okay, so after you have done your sprint and tried to beat your own score, we would do this. So let's look. I have 10 pennies, okay? These are pennies. Then I have 8 linking cubes. Let's line them up. We're going to pretend that I have cubes. Can you count with me? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do I have more pennies or linking cubes? Tell the person next to you. Talk to your table partners. Do we have more cubes or pennies? Or really circles. Stand up if you think we have more pennies. Okay, sit down. Stand up if you think we have more linking cubes or squares. If you stood up for pennies, you're right. We have more pennies. Good job. We know this because, look, we have these 2 leftover guys over here that don't have squares around them. Very good. Okay, are you ready for our big activity? If you don't have your shapes, I need you to get a whiteboard and a whiteboard marker. Okay, right now, get a whiteboard and a whiteboard marker. If you have your shapes, get them. I'm going to start drawing. We need 5 squares. And we need 7 circles. Five squares, 7 circles. That's what we need to do. Okay. I see a lot of shapes on this board today. Do you see a lot of shapes on this board today? Which one is more? Just by looking at it. Circles, yeah, look. There seems to be a lot more. And you would know what would make it even easier to line up? or to tell is if we lined them up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay. If I line them like this, I can see that I have more circles. 7 is more than 5. Repeat after me. 7 is more than 5. Good job. Okay, if you have your shapes, I need you to get your 2 triangles and your 5 squares. If not, I need you to draw them. Okay, which one is more? This one's easy. Obviously the squares, of course. I mean, look, if we draw lines, we know that there's more. So there's 5 squares and there's 2 triangles. So we can say 5 is more than 2. Can you repeat after me? 5 is more than 2. That's right. Okay, last one. Let me see here. I'm not going to show you. Are you ready? Which one is more? Oh my goodness, I don't know. If I connect them. Is there the same amount? Is that what you're saying to me? Oh my goodness, there's the same number of circles as there is triangles? What does that mean? What do we call that? That's right, equal. There aren't any more of either of them. But what if I add one more triangle? Now which one has more? Triangles, right. There is more triangles than circles. There's 4 triangles and there's 3 circles. So we say 4 is more than 3. 4 is more than 3. All right, boys and girls. So today, some of you are going to be doing your workbook. It's not colored, but it looks like this. It's lesson 25 workbook. It has some strawberries and raspberries and some pandas and kitty cats and some whales and some seals. And you have to draw lines between your objects and write how many are in each. Then you're going to write blank is more than blank. So let's do this first one together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 strawberries, so we would write 5 here. There's 1, 2, 3 raspberries, so you'd write 3 here. 5 is more than 3. Okay? So if you're not in the high group, you're using your workbook and you're doing lesson 25's problem set in your math book. If your name is from the sub as the high, you have a worksheet that looks like this, but with higher numbers, okay? That's what you're going to be doing for work time today. Sound good? Oh, and don't forget you have your test, your CFA G, and you also have your sprint. So you got a couple things to get done, all right? Can't wait to hear how it goes. Bye.